Hey guys, guess who's back? And tonight I'll be doing a live stream for hopefully I pronounce this right. Michael Sal Salvnov Salnov, I think. Yeah, and he has an interesting deck build. Lightsworn Felgrand. So yeah, let's get right to it. Let's see what happens if we go to pop something in the back. Oh, one of those. I'll take my leave on that. Everything cool, Trini? What's going on? Oh, it looked like he intended to stall and burn at the same time. I don't know if we should let all that happen. Oh, that's what's in there. Alright, discard time. Bing. That's why I love twin twisters. Cures up a lot of things happening in the back row. Everything cool recently, man. Say blazing mirror force. I just see that in the graveyard. Oh man. I wonder how many rage quits we can get over this. That's cool. He's now playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With 2 cards. Let's see how amazing he is. Thanks. This won't play out very well for him. I think Trishula's coming. What do you say, chicken? That's Rage Quit number 1. Yeah, guys, stay tuned for more of that. Because, like, when he sent me the build of the deck, the first thing going through my mind was, I can see this is going to get a lot of Rage Quits. Oh, that isn't a bad tech in the deck at all. No, I just pick in second to see how the deck functions first, so I can know if it would be better for me to make first turn plays or second turn plays. But usually playing with this kind of deck, you would want to make second turn plays because the potential of OTK in your opponent becomes real. That's a really nice setup he did. I think I should slow that down. Let's get Global in there first. We'll discard him as well. Let's go for 2 more. You say Choki? Hey, when I saw it, I just had to play it. Sorry it took me so long. I had a few things I had to take care of. Alright, most dangerous threat, level leader. Let's erase that and then the one out his hand. We're gonna intentionally attack so we could use up the monster effect that negates the very next attack. And now our opponent will be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Off of a 1-card draw. Alright. Not a bad move, you get a free negate attack. I wonder how long he can keep this up. There we go. Let's pop that trick. I think I need one more in there. 1, 2, no, 2 more. Gee. 5. Alright. Alright, we'll defend ourselves. Face downs don't matter. Alright, now time to do some real damage. I think he has Scarlet in his extra deck too. Yep. Yeah, I'll eventually get to that Escobar. I just try not to take my request out of order because I don't want no one to feel that favoritism playing a factor. So I try to knock out all the older requests and then go on from there. Alright, I think we can make this move safely. Much better. Let's see how he responds to that. Oh, oh, that looks like desperation to me. Let's make this move here. Oh, it was a summoner monk. Should wrap this one up. There we go. That's 2-0. 1 rage, 1 win. You can send it. Whatever you send, I play, and afterwards I give my rebuttal. And you know, if there's any suggestions, I would always make those. I got the first turn in this one. All right, let's go. We can start off big. Get rid of wolf. What went in there? Let's do this. Monster Reincarnation. We're gonna send this. My opponent doesn't have an extra deck, but that does not mean that they can't OTK. So let's be on the safe side. And we're gonna go Summoner. Let's pitch this guy. Let's get him back. Let's mill 2. And always when you're playing Lightsworn, you don't ever make first turn synchros unless you know or sure what your opponent's making, because you always want the mill effects. Level 1 deck? What's going on? What's it off of this? I guess I'll be played. What? Alright, let's mill. Oh, that's interesting. I think I'll mill him. Let's get Summoner again. Yeah, sure, Dean, no problem. Boy, greed is very costly. Let's bring back this guy. Send one more. Let's see what my opponent has face down. Nope, not at all. But 45 is plausible though. You have plenty draw cards inside the game and different draw mechanic engines that you can utilize for Exodia. So even seeing a 60 card Exodia deck, it wouldn't surprise me. There goes my turn. Let me see what my opponent has in store. You sure made quick work of that deck. That doesn't look good. At least if I could see at least one of his... No, he played Pied Piper. I don't understand what in the world my opponent's playing, and it doesn't even look effective, but at least we get to peek. Okay. He's playing some random garbage of spellcasters. I'm not sure if he's trying to commit suicide, but we'll find out. Alright, we need to make a couple of synchros. We can go with this guy first. We're gonna pay that 1,000 that he gave us. Oh wow. Alright, since he wants to play like that. Yeah, I could make that. Alright. Send Artgrave. We'll go for 2. Let's go, Trish. Cause he think this a game. Any sensible card to banish? Oh, one from Yarn too. Card B. Can't attack. Let's go global. We're gonna protect our field with Stardust. Nah, I already covered all of that. I played Lights. I used to play Lightsworn back when they first came out. No more milling for me. Yes. Let's get Felgrand out. Felgrand, Ogbrave to the grave. Oh wow, he really trying to hold on tight. What you mean, of course. Next Felgrand. Yes, he pitched something in the grave. Banish that. We'll set one, he takes no damage and pass. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. He's gonna have to show me that he could stall for at least 3 turns. I said at least 3, nigga, pull out swords. Wow. It's a good thing you run Twin Twisters in your deck. Yeah, Beastly man. I really wish I could have made Crystal Wing. Battle. And that's game. I wanted to make Crystal Wing just to be on the safe side of in case he had like Battle Fade or Swift Scarecrow. That's 3-0. 1 rage, 2 wins. Whenever playing Lightsworn, they are really tricky to play with because you are taking a gamble on the cards that you mill. So Lightsworn decks, I would really run them with more monsters than spells and traps. But that's any Lightsworn deck. Like, you always run the risk of milling something that you may need. But the recycle, because of like cards like Globulb and Ogbrave that activate their effects in the graveyard, and Wolf, like you really get decent synergy reviving stuff like that Felgrand and being able to, and then being able to go into like synchros like Trishula and Stardust Dragon. Excellent protection. Oh wow, not bad. First things first, let's mill. Okay. Paladin. Let's equip him with Ogbrave. And then we pass. Let's see. Battle. Comes with the territory of playing Lightsworn. It isn't all bad because it's a bigger mill than just playing. Well, I can't remember the level 4 tuner name. It's better than playing him by himself. Because like I say, with Lightsworns, it's always a gamble on the mill. Because if I had milled the 2 right cards and also drew the 2 right cards, then we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. It would probably be a OTK. Looks like my opponent is playing a Resonator type deck. Oh wow. Oh, what unfortunate luck for my opponent. And see, the genius behind you running Twin Twisters is excellent. So, oh, wow. I just want you guys to pay attention to what was sitting up in the back row. Just look at this. I want you all to soak this up. This is why I always recommend running high destructive field clearance cards like Twin Twister and Dark Hole or Regeki. Battle. That's why I say the cards that are being mostly used in the meta, you want to make sure that you do have sufficient counters for. That's the only way you're actually going to stay relevant in the meta and against the meta. Be gone, Resonator. What super heavy samurais? What the hell? Cannot be destroyed by battle. Wow. Let's set and pass. Then afterwards we are gonna make his life a living hell. He has returned in his deck. Alright, Felgrand, go to work. Go to work. Let's get Archbrave back. And that'll end our turn. Rudis, oh man, I don't even know how to respond to that. That's what, 4-0, I think. Let's see how much wins we could rock up. Everything good, Shimmy? What's going on? You started working yet? Alright, cool. Just be easy. Don't do anything out of your job description, and don't let anyone compromise whatever you stand for. Yeah, when you get into the work field and you're amongst, a variety of different people, they will try you to see if you are a man of your word and if you stand by what you say, so you don't want anyone to really compromise that. Pendulums? What's going on? Wow, I don't even know what to make it at right now. He's playing pendulums and said 4 in the back. I'm gonna have to slowly pick all of them off. Alright, let's go. Lila, go to work. Pendulum reborn. What's going on? Alright. Mill 2. Let's see what we get. Sorry, mill 3. Lightsworn, Felgrand. It's going to be interesting to really see what my opponent's playing. Let's find out. You got to hit him hard. Mill 2. Not bad at all. I can live with that. We're gonna tribute her, we're gonna pop that. Yeah, I'm not worrying about that. That's the least of my worries. When you play, you can't be playing in fear of. You just have to play smart, that's it. If you're always afraid to make plays, your opponent's always going to end up getting the upper hand. Let's go Spark Dragon. I don't fear Solemn. At all. I play so that I can encounter Solemn. Once Solemn is out of the way, then my opponent's going to be up the creek with the paddle. Paddle. There we go. During my next turn, I was gonna go suicidal and play soul charge, hit Black Rose, and use Stardust Spark to protect himself and clear out that back row. I didn't want to make that move right then and there because I want to see if he did have a Solemn, because I wouldn't want to waste soul charge and then it gets Solemn. And then I also wanted to see if he had any battle activated traps so I could be on the safe side. No, Shimmy, I haven't heard of that. Probably a bunch of bluffs. That's what, 2 rages, 3 wins, 5-0. That's why you can't mind all face downs. You strategically play. That's why I went for Spark. If he had Soldomed it, then I would have played Soul Charge and then made 2 additional synchros and then see just how many Solemns he had. What you say, Mr. Uchiha? Wow, and my opponent actually allows me to go first. Alright, first thing, soul charge. Soul recharge. Soul recharge. Boom. Fine. Now we're cooking with gas, oil, and diesel. Let's get our grave out there. Set. Pass. Wow. Not sure. Refresh my memory. Oh, okay. He's playing Kai Juice with your Sen Juice. So we can bounce back and tribute. We can have to OTK it. Scratch that, we got OTK it. Now that was well played, it really was. Throwing away the solemn strike because he was intending the OTK, that was genius. That's 5-1. I was playing Sacred. I wasn't playing something else. I was. Yeah. Now I remember. Yeah, you're right, Jimmy. You're right. Oh man. Only when you know exactly what you're playing, and then you can read exactly what the moves that your opponent can make next, depending on their skill level. Like, you know not to waste the card's time. But that was an excellent read. to be able to know exactly what I was playing without me even playing a single card. That was amazing. Oh, Cosmos. Alright. The good old trash can. Wow. Let's go with the middle one. Alright, let's go with this. Destroyer. Alright. Now. Oh boy. If he didn't already have that, we'd have been in good shape. Let's see. Can't do that, and can't do that. Wow. Mill another one. Yes, Art Brave. Felgrand. Because it would have cut down my monster number count. I need a wall right now. If I go to 1 and then he's actually able to remove Michael, then we're going to be in problems. So I decided to off with the mill. That's how I end up getting Felgrand in play. I think we're going to stop that. End the battle phase. Yeah, you're gonna learn a thing or two. It might be your deck, but I do know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Kaiju? All right, now we are in the driver's seat. Let's see now. It's the 8 I was looking for. With him, he would be very annoying. Yeah, that's what we need the aim for. Yeah, you don't rush your plays. Think them through. Let's mill 2 first. You can bring her back, him back, and we can make that. That would really be petty. Let's go for it. We're gonna send her. We're gonna get him. Oh, a nice ghost over. He's gonna summon something less. How many do we have? Only one going in there. Alright, Starlight, let's go. Nah, Kestel wouldn't work. Cannot be targeted. That's why it's going for Trish. Yeah, let's clear the field on that. Good old King Janet. Oh, wow. Oh, of course not. That's also with that mill when I didn't gone into Michael afforded me. That's the only one. Wow. Oh boy. Crashing wouldn't make much sense at this point. Farm girl. Slip right up. Farm girl directly. Out again. Banish. I don't know. I guess all of us play Yu-Gi-Oh! Differently. Alright, now we need a return. Big return. Nope. Well, let's see if we can survive. That's Cosmos. And nope, we're not surviving. Good game, buddy. That's what, 5 and 2. This is the build for his deck. I can't argue or complain with anything because in a Cosmo matchup, if your opponent can get out like the level 8 or 9 or 10 Cosmo, like you're really in trouble. But he does have Clear Wing and Crystal Wing. If I could have gotten into either one of them, which I was intending to do, the Ghost Ogre really stopped the Trishula move, so I could actually banish him because Trishula effect doesn't target, so I would have been able to banish one from his grave, his field, and one from his hand. But he had Ghost Ogre in hand, which goes with my hand trap selection when it comes to playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Disrupting your opponent's plays can be a lifesaver. Michael runs 2 Charge of the Light Brigade, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reincarnation, 1 Raigeki, 1 Reinforcements of the Army, 3 Return of the Dragon Lords, which is really good in this deck since it runs a lot of high level dragons. So not only does it give your Judgment Dragon protection so that your opponent can't out it by a card effect or through battle, but your opponent would then have to find an alternate way to remove him from the field, which is not easy. Usually the opponent opts for destruction or through battle by higher attack. He runs 3 Solar Recharge, which is excellent for the mill. We've seen it pay off in couple duels. But when playing Lightsworn, it's always a gamble on the mill. That's why I don't even favor Lightsworn as a deck that I would actually play anymore. Back when Yu-Gi-Oh! Was actually Yu-Gi-Oh! And it wasn't so bad, you could have actually played Lightsworns and it wouldn't really matter what you mill. Now, like with the amount of OTK potentials that decks actually do have, I'm not going to be gambling with Lightsworns for a win. That's why I don't even play them as a deck. I would incorporate the engine with about 4 to 6 Lightsworns and Solar Recharge in the 2 Brigades just for the mill, like if I was playing zombies or something like that. That's about it. 1 Soul Charge, 2 Twin Twisters, which came excellent, and I showed you guys off the Twin Twister caught the Solemn Strike and the Solemn Warding sitting in the back row waiting just to eat my head off whenever I would try to do anything big. And play knowing, and the thing is with Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not just playing powerful cards, it's knowing when to play them. Because if you time your Solemn Strikes and Warnings effectively, you can out 3, 4, 5 card moves with 1 card. And that is really effective when it comes to playing Yu-Gi-Oh! You would really cause your opponent to either rage or surrender right off the bat. 1 Breakthrough Skill, this is excellent. If it gets milled, nothing to worry about. You can still utilize its effect off the graveyard by banishing it. I love Breakthrough Skill. The only reason I don't play it because I don't play a lot of mill type decks, and the effect of negating an opponent's face-up monster effect, because it's a trap card, it plays slow. So I would rather a spell card that says negate my opponent's monster effect, or a spell card that's going to give me access to a monster that has an effect of negating my opponent's monster effect, rather than setting Breakthrough Skill and having to actually wait an entire turn. Royal Decree is really good. Yeah, Roll. They really are. And when you play in decks that require cards to be milled, or when you have cards that are useless in your hand, like I had Reinforcements stuck in my hand and no Warriors to search out, and I just pitched it for the twin. It's really excellent. Royal Decree, excellent in this deck because you really want to stop trap cards so that when you go off on your opponent, like, they can't do anything. Royal Decree is excellent because even if your opponent sets cards like Solemn Warning and Strike, Dog Bribe, Skill Drain, like, once Royal Decree is face up, all trap cards effects are then negated. It doesn't matter if it's a counter trap card, like, it's irrelevant after Royal Decree is now face up. To me, this should have actually been named Solemn's Decree. That's what this should have been named, Solemn's Decree. Once this is face up, you can go off on your opponent with no fear of being countered from trap cards that are on the field. I do have a deck idea for activating trap cards straight from the hand via a monster effect, which is really petty. I'll probably work towards that on a later date, but it's gonna be really cool. Like, you don't have to set traps and you can activate any trap you want from your hand, and it's really cool. But I'll do more on that, or get to that on a later date. He runs 2 Archbrave Dragons. He runs 2 Felgrands, 1 Monk, 1 Electromagnetic Turtle. As you can all see, it came in handy from stopping my opponent from erasing any monsters off my field so that I could have made future plays. 1 Archer, 1 Garath. He is really good when you have multiple Lightsworns on the field and they mill, and then you mill Lightsworns to draw additional cards. I usually comboed him with, when I played Lightsworns, I comboed him with Summoner, so that, like, I would pitch something and revive him and then go off so I could draw more cards. And, like, the more of him you have on the field, the better. Yeah, Riku destroyed the Destructor. Very. He plays 2 Lilas, which is excellent for owning cards in the back row. That's why I can agree with him only having 2 Twin Twisters, because he runs 2 Lilas. If he had run 1 Lila, I would have opted for a 3rd Twin Twister, but this is perfect. Like, you have the perfect synergy between the spells and the monsters. So, like, if your opponent actually has, like, a spell lock such as anti-spell fragrance, you can just play Lila out the spell fragrance and then use your Twin Twister, and vice versa. If your opponent has, like, Skill Drain, you can then play Twin Twister, out the Skill Drain, play a Lila, and then out another one in the back row or in the field spell card zone or pendulum zone. 1 Minerva, which is excellent min pitch, because not only if she gets milled, you can send an additional card. You could send her from the hand for Summoner and then go into a level 6 synchro. Unfortunately, he doesn't run any level 6 synchros, but pitching her and then being able to go for this guy, Raiden, and then making your level 7 synchros and then being able to mill another card from your deck is also excellent. Also, on a summon, for every Lightsworn with a different name, you can then add a dragon of that level. So if you do have 7 to 8 different Lightsworns, you can actually add either Archbrave, Felgrand, or your Judgment Dragon from your deck to your hand. Paladin is excellent because it allows you to get Felgrand or Archbrave, equip it to him from the deck or the hand, and then he becomes unaffected by other monster effects, which is really cool. Also, 1700 attack points is really decent, because when you look at a lot of the newer cards coming out, their attack points aren't, how to put it, as decent as 1700. They're coming out with around 15, 1600 now, if even all of that, because of the effects that they're gaining. So having a 1700 as a beta is really decent. Back when I played Yu-Gi-Oh!, if you didn't have a 1900 or a 2K beta on board, like, you would literally lose unless you had like a Mirror Force or you were able to come back through Dark Hole or something like that. Because when your opponent playing, I think that was around the time when those set of cards, like, I think it's like Earth Spirit and, let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Oh, I can't find these things when I'm looking for them. Let me see if I can remember this correctly. Let's go Fire Spirit. And it should put me onto them. That's how long I haven't actually used those. Where is it? I remember Flame Champion. Oh man. Why can't I find what I'm looking for? Either that I have the card name wrong. Alright, let me just cut my search down. Effect, level 4, type, fire, and I should be able to see it now. Where is he? Oh, Spirit of the Flame. That's what it should be. Nope, not the card name. That card is here somewhere. I know I overlooking it. Oh boy. That's how long I haven't actually played them. It's one for every attribute. I think. Okay, hold on. Let me go water. I should be able to find it. Alright, Aqua Spirit. And then, there we go. Spirit of the Flame. Why it didn't come up when I searched anyway? I must have overlooked it. Yeah. When they played cards that did this, banish one of their type, and then they just brought themselves on board. This isn't actually what I was referring to. It's actually a rock. It's 1900. Like, it's a Earth. I think it was a deck that consisted of them that's called like Dirty Earth. It's like just a bunch of 1900 and 2K beetles. Like they would out your life points back then really quickly. But yeah, when archetypes did this, banish one of their type to just bring themselves and just storm the board. That's before Black Wings even. Back to the deck. Sorry about that. 3 Raidens, 1 Hunter, and that's what I was saying. I probably did was overlooking him. 1 Beast, but it gets like that at times. Like you'd be looking for something and you'd be like, I know the card, and why am I not seeing it? And it happens. 1 Black Rose Dragon, excellent for field clearance. 1 Moonlight Dragon, excellent when your opponent plays high level monsters. 1 Clear Wing, excellent against Cosmos. Listen to me, if you can open up, hit a Clear Wing and a Crystal Wing, you just negated everything Cosmos is all about. Because I played Cosmos with my, it's called, let me see. Yeah, Crystal Rose deck. Listen to me. Cosmos don't stand a chance. As long as you get Clear Wing and Crystal Wing out, they are up without a paddle. Like, they can't do anything. Like, if they summon a high level monster, activate its effect, Clear Wing can negate it, and then Crystal Wing goes in for the kill. It runs 3 Return of the Dragon Lord, so it doesn't matter if they can even out one. Like, you can just bring it back, and then like it's protected against destruction and battle damage. So like they literally don't stand a chance. 1 Colossal Fighter, 1 Michael, 1 Neuteria Beast. He probably makes a Neuteria Beast off the Goblin de Berg and Global. 1 Scarlight, 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Stardust Spark Dragon, 1 Trishula, 1 Castell, 1 Dante for the Mill, 1, I forgot this was even in there. I don't think I really had a good opportunity to even say use him to mill. At least not that I could remember, but if I had remembered, I think I would have tried making Dante just a mill. 101 and 1 Flare Metal Dragon, which is excellent because once you beat down your opponent's life points, bring this guy out. Everything your opponent after that, like, it's like having to pay 500 life points to do anything, and it's like your opponent is choosing whether they want to put a rope around their neck or put a gun to their head. That's what it really comes down to. But that's his deck profile for his Lightsworn Felgrand. If I had to make adjustments to this, the deck is really good. I actually can't complain. You're playing Lightsworns, expect the mill, and expect to mill some of the cards that you do need. When I played Lightsworns, I played at least 2 copies of everything that I wanted to see, because knowing that when they mill, the potential of losing what you need is real. I try to make sure that I do have enough resources. I would honestly cut the Global. I would cut the Notoria Beast. Also, I would probably bump Minerva up to 2, bump Wolf up to 2, and bump Warrior up to 2. But then I would also cut some more things. I'm not sure exactly what I would cut at the moment because he's running Felgrands in the build. But based off of playing Lightsworns, that's how I play Lightsworns. But for the Felgrand build, I would cut this and the Notoria Beast. I would keep the Glow Bulb. It's excellent to go into Trish. I would keep every spell that he has in his lineup, every last single one of them, hands down. I would also opt to run Dragon Ravine. Dragon Ravine, probably if I reconstruct this, I would probably even cut Harness. I would cut the Electromagnetic Turtle if I reconstruct this. Because what I do have planned to play, I would probably run some synergy with the Blue Eyes for, I think it's Spirit Dragon, the level 8, so that I can also banish Bell and Traps and utilize Arc Brave as well as Dragon Ravine. I would utilize the Dragon Ravine, the stones, about 2 stones, and what's the level 1 again? Let me go to Blue Eyes right quick so I get these card names accurate. And this guy, yeah, Sage with Eyes of Blue. That way I could actually go, let me put this in the side so you guys can see what I'm talking about. That way I can make this move right here. I can use, because he running 3 Lumina. I would use Lumina and I would pitch a stone, and then I would use Sage to send him to the grave and then get a Spirit Dragon. Let me make sure I put that in the side so you guys can see. Dragon Spirit of White to summon it right off the bat, and then I'd be able to get another Spirit Dragon, or if you want to opt to putting in a Blue Eyes, then you can do that. But I would prefer the Dragon Spirit of White because it can out cards in the back row. Like you guys saw that matchup where there were like 4 cards set in the back row. You want to out back row as much as possible. Solemns is a thing. If you can afford or cause your opponent use their Solemns, you're going to pay 15, 15, and 15. That's a total of 4,500. It puts them in a decent range of getting OTK very easily. Also, if I had to reconstruct this extra deck, in the main deck, like I say, if I was running mainly Lightsworns, I would have bumped them up to that. Because I'm not running mainly Lightsworns, I would actually run one of each of them. I would actually cut Warrior in this, since it's Felgrand build. I would also cut Archer. I would also cut Monk, and that should leave me with Summoner, Lila, Maiden, Raiden, Wolf, and Hunter, which is more than enough to get in there for the JD. I would also want to run a rank 4 to recycle JD, but then I think I would go with the option of a trap. It's a toss-up. I would actually have to test play it to see how it works, but I would run, like I said, 2. I'd run 2 JDs because you really want the mill and the dragon effects to go off. I would run Summoner at 3. I would not change that. I would run Raiden at 2. I would also run the Return at 2. And I'm not gonna change the solar recharge count. You want a mill and you want to draw into your cards, and then you can further add in, like I said, the Spirit Dragon, Stone, Sage. Let's go back to adding in the next copies. And where is he again? So now, there we go, and which would put you at the 40 card. That way you can make alternate. I would also include 1-for-1. I would probably think about bumping this up to about 44. I'll probably add in 1-for-1 because it'll get you access to your global as well. Pitch something you don't necessarily need into the graveyard. Because they mill a lot, you do want extra resources. I'll probably add in another monster reincarnation. And 44 is also a decent count, depending on what kind of deck. If you're playing a mill type deck, you would want a higher count than 40. But if you want to stay optimal and effective, like if you weren't milling, then you go with the 40 card count. Double monster reincarnation, because if it does get milled, you want access to it. Also, it will afford you pitching them in the grave to recover a Lightsworn. We're up to bit 42. We can opt on the Dragon Ravine. Where is it? There we go. And I would run it somewhat like this. That way you could be able to pitch, send Stone, send Ogbrave, and if they pop the Ravine, it doesn't even matter. You just want its effect to go off at least once, and your deck is going to thin out itself because you're using Lightsworns, and then you run Return. So it would give you a more effective synergy inside the deck. You do run reinforcements of the army, so you'd have access to your Paladins. Both of them are actually Paladins, and your Raiden. You have 4 of them, 1 Rhoda, so it doesn't even matter if you pick up 3 of them in your opening hand. Like, your odds of that happening are very slim. The most you may run into is 2. It is possible to pick up 3 with 1 Rhoda, or even 4 and Rhoda goes dead, but the chances of that are really slim. And even if Rhoda goes dead, you can pitch Rhoda off the ravine, off your Twin Twister, off of your monster reincarnation, and use it for an addition. Use it as a cost to pay the cost for any of those cards, so it doesn't even matter. But I would play it similar to this. Your 1-for-1 to give you access to your global, your 2 stones, your Sage. So let's say you play Lila, pop 1 in the back row, she goes to defense. You can then use Sage, send her to the grave, and then go into your, sorry, I put it in the main deck, your Dragon Spirit of White, and catch something else in the back row. And like I say, with that kind of consistency, being able to pop, get higher levels out, I would also, for the extra deck, I would also cut the Colossal Fighter. I don't feel that's actually necessary. I would also cut the Spark Dragon. Stardust is necessary to protect your field. I would honestly cut the Dante. I don't feel that that's going to be necessary. And I would actually add in some rank 8s. And you can go into Hope Harbinger. I would say Tachyon Dragon, in case your opponent has like a field with a lot of monsters with annoying effects such as Melodious, who when they combine two or more, one cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects and then cannot be destroyed by battle. That combo is nasty and stalls for a very long period of time. And then you can also like go into your full armor. You would want to include that, and then it's a toss-up. You can add in any other generic level 8 or 7 synchro to your liking. Like, it really doesn't matter at this point. But that's to keep your extra deck effective. But yeah, you can make moves like that. So let's say you play your Lumina, you bring back Lila, pop one in the back. You can then use Sage, remove her, get your Spirit Dragon. It's also going to be a toss-up whether I do run Stone. I may alternate it and run one Sage, one Stone, because you only have 2 Spirit Dragons. You don't really run trade in, so it's not really necessary. So it's a toss-up. So you can actually decide to run one Sage, one Stone. It's gonna be up to you, player preference. But about 44, and you can really get some decent synergy out of this and make it work. You can play test it a couple of times, and you can then decide for yourself what do you really want to run in the deck. But I would always recommend that you keep the 3 Solar Recharge, 2 Charge of Light Brigade. You can even bump this back up to 3. I don't see why not, but you don't really want to open with the hand of high level dragons and this, and then you can't mill. Like, you really want the mill. That's the key thing. That's why I say stick with this and the Lightsworns. And like I said, if the Lightsworns aren't powerful enough, being able to use like Sage to remove them and then get like Spirit Dragon to out one in the back and have a 2500 beater is also an excellent move. So somewhere around what you see now, if I had to play Lightsworn Felgrand, it would be something like this. I may take out Foolish, not sure. Like I say, it all depends on the play testing after I would have play tested, but this would be really close to what I would play. And if I had to rate this deck that this originally was, I would honestly give it an 8. I really would give it an 8. It's Lightsworns. If you pick up an OTK hand, it's just gonna happen. If you don't new mill, it could have gotten an 8.5, 9 if it had more synergy, such as consistent with being able to OTK. It would have been right up there with a tier 1 deck. But it can hang with tier 1 decks, I kid you not. It has the potential to, but I would give it an 8. Its original build, before I added these additional cards and remove some things, I would give it an 8. Once Lightsworns go off, the right cards get milled, utilized, OTK happens. And like the triple judgment what he had inside the deck, like once the mill goes off, you can bring 1 judgment, judgment clears the field, 2 more judgment comes, death. And that's what Lightsworns are known for. And then with the addition of Michael, being able to go into Michael, banish something, like that's really good because cards that cannot be destroyed, such as Builds, King of Diabolical Dragons, like you can just banish it off 1,000 and then kill your opponent. But like I say, playing Lightsworns is always a gamble. I don't like to gamble. I like to be strategic, and I like to make my moves. I like to methodically make my moves, assess what my opponent's doing, and then either reduce my opponent's chances of winning down to 0 or just simply OTK my opponent. Either way, it doesn't matter as long as the end result is a win. But that'll be it for the stream. You guys let me know if you want me to come back on. I can do another stream if you want. Yeah. hit me up in the comment section, and I can come right back and do a live stream with a couple of my own decks. And as always, until next time, later.